Okay, so I said I was going to do this, so I'm going to do this now. Um, I wanted to do a quick comparison between UberEats and Doordash. Um, Now, I want to preface this by saying that I've only been doing this for about a month. I've been doing both of them for a month. I have just over 110 deliveries on each platform. So that is what we are drawing from here. Okay, I'll start with Uber Eats. I did start that at a later date than DoorDash. Now, total pros versus the cons of Uber Eats. Some of the pros, you can get a reward, which is an Uber debit card, which is kind of cool because you can just instantly transfer your funds into a debit card. It makes it easy because it's a cashback debit card, so you get a little bit of cashback every time you buy anything like gas with it. Preferably ExxonMobil gas because you get a better return on that. That's cool. So that's one of the pros there. It is a really convenient thing to have a card in order to pay for your purchases and to instantly get your money as soon as you're done with orders. It can be kind of annoying because it's a debit card and sometimes it does get declined and you have to get the cashier to run it as a credit card, which is kind of weird. Okay, so the next pro, there's a total of 6 pros versus 8 cons for Uber Eats, so it's actually a little bit less beneficial than DoorDash itself. So there's more orders. The orders come through and they come through very quickly. Sometimes you'll get multiple orders for a single restaurant, which is cool. When you get the multiple orders for a single restaurant, that's nice. But also, as you're delivering orders, you get orders as well, which is much better than the DoorDash thing, where sometimes it'll make you wait for quite a while before you get any orders. That's why I try and do them both at the same time, because if I'm ever waiting on DoorDash, I just do orders on Uber. It works out that way. Also, the orders are all close together. They're pretty much clustered together on the Uber Eats platform, but sometimes it does give you like 18, 20-minute delivery orders. They're really far away, but you can just decline those if you want to. Also, another cool thing about Uber Eats is you don't have to get out of your car. You just deliver the order from your car. Some customers don't like that really, and they'll give you a bad review, so you want to try and get out of your car as much as you possibly can. But you can most of the time get away with dropping it off while you're in your car. You also, one thing that's cool about Uber Eats is you get to find really good restaurants with really good food. The other day I had a pizza at Sorelli's Pizza, and it was like the best pizza I've ever had in my entire life. It's because I found it on Uber Eats. So you can find a lot of cool places like that. Now some of the cons is you don't get a gas card. With my car, I have a Subaru. I only get about 17 to 25 miles per gallon, so it really hurts my profits. But if you have a better car with a good gas mileage, that doesn't really matter for you. Another con is there's really no support if you get into an accident, unless you get into an accident like completely. If you have an older car like me, you're out of luck pretty much. I got in 2 accidents. One time a guy rear-ended me down in Seattle, and he straight up drove off. It was a hit and run. It was my last order. It was like 3 o'clock in the morning. Never got his information. He did about 5, according to their estimate platform, which is James Uber Insurance. They said it was only $500 in damage, and their deductible's $1,000. So that's another one of the cons there. And then I also got hit on the side. We're talking about, in these 2 accidents, over $1,000 worth of damage, where I got quoted $1,000 at Les Schwab, and I had to fix it myself. Took me 2 days and $200 for the second accident. The first accident it took me $300, so I was down like $700, well $500 between those two plus parts, and then time I spent was like 16 hours. So I'm talking a lot of money there. Also, it's a lower pay per order than DoorDash. They average about $4 to $7 an order, which is really bad. It's not very good at all. Unless you get tips, you're really not making a good living. And as I mentioned before, there's a horrible $1,000 deductible on insurance that unless you have a brand new car and get into an accident in a brand new car, you're not going to be able to be covered. they didn't cover me a dime on either of the accidents. I had to fix both of them, and I was stuck with $700 worth of damage for myself, even though I have 2 insurances. Also, for me, so far, I made about $11.54 an hour for Uber Eats. That's just barely over minimum wage. There's a lot of part-time gigs out there that you can find that it makes way better money than that. For instance, pizza delivery. I made $15 to $30 an hour doing that. Even working at McDonald's in Seattle, you make $15 an hour. Chinese food delivery, you make $15 an hour too. I'm going to keep this video as low as I can. So all in all, you have 6 pros to 8 cons for Uber Eats. I actually made a net profit of negative $328.61 in the first month that I did it because of the 2 accidents that I had. So I actually paid them money to deliver their food. So it's a pretty big con there. So you might even be able to count that as 6 and 9 now. Okay, now I'm moving on to Doordash. Sorry about the shaky video, but I'm just doing it with my phone. Okay, so I've been with Doordash for 1 month. The pros are 5 versus the cons 3, so it wins in the pros and cons arena. You don't get paid quite as much, with only a net of $9.28 an hour after paying for my gas. But I did make a total profit of $738 approximately in the first month that I worked there. Some of the pros are it has better pay. You'll average anywhere from $7 to $20 an order, and they have an opportunity to tip after you deliver the food, which is nice. There's a lot better support. You can get on live chat with people pretty quickly normally. It's a lot funner to work for Doordash. It feels better. Feels like a nicer company. Feels like you have a lot better freedom and some other things. And I did make money doing it. And they have a better bonus structure. Some of the cities around, you can actually make $4.50 an hour, or $4.50 an order better or more, like in Bellevue, per order. So that's pretty freaking cool. When you do that, you do like 10 orders, you're making $45 just in bonus. In that, you can actually make money. Make pretty good money, actually. Some of the cons are they also do not have a gas card. You have to drop them off at the door. A lot of times you have to bring them straight to the customer. And also they have a red card, which they do not have on Uber Eats. So you have to pay for the food with their red card. Sometimes it gets declined or it has errors and things, and you have to call support. But that happens seldom. So that's about 5 or 6 to 3 in the pros to cons arena. In my opinion, Uber Eats is cool because you get multiple deliveries at the same time. Sometimes it's one after the other. But DoorDash, sometimes you have to wait a long time. So they're both pretty cool. I just don't think you can make a really good living doing them full time. They're good for a side gig, but realistically, you're looking at making $9.28 an hour and $11.54 an hour after gas. That's just the reality. $15 an hour is not true, what they say. So, God bless you. Have a good night.